Yo, what is up guys? I'm here hitting you up with a new video. Welcome to the first guide I can give you to CZN Day 1 progression, free to play so far in this game. As you can see, I'm level 22 right now, and I want to share you my top tips with you with the experience I made during day 1. And I'm, by the way, not done with day 1, but you know what? At some point in time, I need to make a video for you guys. And hey, in case you're new, subscribe. I basically upload every single day. Now, when it comes to the things, the first thing I want to talk about is the banners. And there is also probably a lot of people that are still re-rolling in this game. And also there is an update. So I already made it my past video. You saw a couple of hours ago. I made it outdated. So they did change the beginner banner, but it does not disappear after you get an early 5-star copy. But what they changed was, instead of after 30 pulls you're guaranteed to get a 5-star, you now are guaranteed to get one after 50 pulls, which basically means if you get an early 5-star, that does not mean that you will get any further 5-stars. Okay, if you get any further 5-stars, that is complete RNG. It is possible, but there is no pity or something that will give you a second one, so keep that in mind. Now, with that out of the way, what is the summoning strategy? And I can tell you what I did, and I show you what I got on my account so far. After 11 rerolls, that's what I did today, 11 rerolls today. I got something I'm happy with. I tried to get Renoa. I still didn't get Renoa, sadly. But basically what I'm doing now is, for re-rolling purposes, do your first 2 or 3 multis on the standard banner. Try to get an SSR character, so this way you're already paying into your rescue merit, right? Which is basically that 300. Once you done your 300 pulls, now you can choose any of the desired 5-stars or an additional copy, depending on what you want and need, right? Okay, so if you got one of your desired 5-stars after 2 or 3 multis on the standard banner, then you go to the beginner banner and try to get your 5-star there. Once you obtain your 5-star there, then it is something you can decide for yourself. What I did is I went to the Haru banner, the Radar banner, and used my gems to pull there. Now I just show you what I got so far. I think I got a little bit lucky. I got in total 4 5-stars now. My first 5-star was Calipe. As I just told you, I did the exact same thing. So after 30 pulls, I got Calipe. I actually did basically the Radar banner and the beginner banner at the same time. You collect over stuff. And I was lucky enough that I got Haru after 20 pulls. So 2 multis into the Radar banner gave me Haru. And Mei Yin was my beginner banner unit, which I had to hard pity with 50 pulls. And now I got Veronica from the standard banner, as I just showed you here with the competent, not with the competence. As you can see here, 50 pulls into this banner. And here, if we look at my record so far, Kali here, and then just got Veronica, right? And here as well, I can show you how many pulls I did so far here. 4 sides, so 20 pulls in total. And then on my second multi, I got the Haru, as I just told you, right? So I got lucky. And also with my competence, I got Cassius, a unit I wanted, and I got a couple of dupes for Mika. She's now P3, E3, C3, however you want to call it at the end of the day. But yeah, so this is for tip 1. When it comes, if you're trying to reroll, try to get an early copy on now the standard banner, very similar to what I said in the video. Then go to the beginner banner, see what you get there, and then try maybe to get the rate up unit or just save gems, depending on what you like to do. And with the standard, there's nothing else to say. What I'm currently doing, if you're curious what I'm doing now that I got all these units with my pulls right now, I'm actually currently pulling on the partner rescue rate up. Why? You could potentially get dupes, but I do not like 50-50s at all whatsoever, right? So 50-50s are not good. And personally, I looked at her ascensions or dupes. The first dupe is not good, so I need at least 2 more dupes for her to get like a significant type of buff. So I decided, you know what, might as well just get her partner, so I can just combo them together. I don't have that, so I'm 40 away. We'll get that one. So that is for the banner stuff. Now, once you get into the game, I think everybody does this thing. So I'm currently at chapter 3, number 6 right now, level 22. So some of you guys might think, okay, How did you get all the way to level 22? And now here is my tip number 2, how to progress fast and what should you do. I know a lot of people will actually be kind of confused. What should we do? What should I aim for? So you go into the event tab, just collect everything in there, which you can get right by progressing. Also do the trauma code and the event battle. This is where you get a lot of goodies here, gems and stuff with Haru. And the easiest ways in terms of progress for you to give yourself a path to follow is the activity tab. Okay, so here's the activity tab, the growth guide. This is what you want to do. Okay, this is the easiest way. That is what I did today. That is for you legitimately the easiest way to follow, to know what you need to do, because the growth guide is actually very solid, because it tells you what you need to do, right? So first of all, you get rewarded by doing that. You get a lot of pulls by doing that, and gems, all these combinations, right? But also it gives you it makes you familiar with the game as well. It just tells you, oh yeah, raise these characters, get them to level 10, upgrade them. You need that material, you need that material. Especially as if you're lost and you don't know what to do, like, what do I need? I don't know, should I use my stamina on? Let the growth guide tell you what to do. So oftentimes people think they're smarter than the system. No, just the system tells you what you need to do. And that is basically by just following the growth guide. So once you do that, you just follow all the way up. I'm currently now at level 4. I'm basically capped now till the server resets, till we reach day 2. Because here I have the Arc City stuff which I need to collect. And there's like 1 or 2 things I can potentially do. This one I'm not sure if I can do it, but maybe the simulation one I can do. But yeah, basically I have to wait for the reset. Just follow this one because you get a lot of resources there, you get a lot of pulls, you get gems there. This is the easiest way, and you always get these XP, right? The coordinates of the record are the XP, which is for your level, for your account, right? So once you get that, this is how you level up, and then you raise. And you need to raise your level because certain mechanics in this game are capped by your level. For example, if you want to get your characters now, as you can see here on my account, level 30, you need to be level 20 to advance from level 20 to level 30. So here, for example, if I want to promote my character right now, it says promotion mission clear. I need to clear the veteran captain first before I can actually upgrade my characters to level 40, right? Tip number 3. When it comes to the characters here as well, there's 2 things. When you do the chaos, you will be able to save certain presets. You might have seen that already. You're doing all that stuff, you get certain upgrades and stuff like that. If you get something, save it. And then once you go here into the save data, here you can actually switch loadouts. Your cards are different, stuff like that, right? Everything is a little bit different, and your gear also is different. So this is where you basically, this is what you save. You save them once you do the chaos, and then you go in here and then you equip one of these sets to your characters, okay? For example, here my Mei-Yin is fully equipped now. She has actually a very good one, 10% crit chance for attack cards, stuff like that. Fixed shield she gets every single time. And if my HP is below 50, we also have recovery. Not the best one, but at least something, you know what I mean? And so you have that, because once you equip that, that is used for the story and for all the other content in the game. That is now where the important part comes in now, is actually what I want to talk about is the potentials. So the potentials, you should not neglect. It's easy to forget about it. So this is just a friendly reminder to do it. You need these gems. So once you go into the simulation, right? And then there are these farming stages, okay? So you want to farm these, but don't use your stamina too much, okay? So I personally only use the stamina I got and these tier of gods, basically, basically the stem packs in this game, okay? I did not do a single gem refill in this game right now. I don't feel like in these type of games it does not feel good to do so. I might do one just to see if it increases in cost, probably, if I look at 8 out of 8. In other games, if you play MaTeIRiA, then there's is good. If you go for full gem reset in these games, you don't want to do it because you value gems way more, especially for banners, right? Because you want to pull units, right? And here is where you actually get crystals, and with those crystals you can upgrade your characters' potentials. And what is important is once you reach level 20, so you want to get to level 20, because once you get to level 20, as I just told you a minute ago, you can advance your characters to level 30. Now, when you advance your characters to level 30, you actually advance in the potential slot. So if you're level 20, your characters, you can only do the first 2. And here 3 and 4 is locked. Okay, these are locked. You have to get to 31st and then you can actually unlock them. Why is this not important? Because you have to look at your character, what they have, what special abilities they have. You might play the same units as I do. Maybe you play a different unit. But for example, it's a very, very big deal for Calipe, for example, because these bigger ones, okay, these bigger circles are key abilities. And the smaller ones are just percentage upgrades to deal more damage and stuff like that, increase stats and so on and so forth, right? But here, for example, the Calipe, her second effect here is change upward slash card to target all enemies. Now, if we look at her cards real quick, it is the basic card, like the starting card. This is the upward slash. Costs 2 mana and does 187 damage, a percent defense-based damage, okay? And if you don't have that upgrade, that is where it's end. Now, if you got the upgrade, now it says to all enemies, and it is a big deal because this is a card you often use. The card you want to use the least when you play her is the Lashing card, but it is very good because you have Celestial card effects. And what Celestial card effect does, let me know, by the way, if I should make an explanation about all these effects and stuff like that. But Celestial cards like the Vulture, for example, are effects where when you use cards that have cost 2 mana or more, they will follow up, they automatically activate. So these cards you never need to activate if you have a decent hand, because they act as like a follow-up skill. So instead of wasting 3 mana on activating Vulture ejection, you spend 2 mana, activate upward slash, and then it triggers the Vulture ejection, and then that follows up. So you don't need to spend mana to actually activate the skill, which is quite cool. And that basically for all the characters that you're using, try to get these potentials activated, because it does make your characters more potent. Okay, and the next thing, maybe just out of I don't know, maybe someone is asking, or someone might be confused or something, or saying something. As I said, this account currently is completely free to play, no paid crystals, nothing. As I just told you, everything is completely free to play on this account. So far, I might consider getting myself the Battle Pass in the future, because with the Battle Pass as well, now this is also for maybe light spenders or something interesting to know, you get the recruitment contract partner. Now, the recruitment contract partner are actually these devilish girls, which are these partner cards, right, which you can equip. So I looked at these cards now. I will probably go more in depth in another video when I thought about them a little bit more, but the 2 cards that currently stick out the most to me are REROLL and Nyx. These 2 cards are sticking out to me the most in terms of interesting to use for characters, probably because they are 5 stars. They probably have the biggest stat sticks in terms of these stats, but looking at their card effects, not all of them really phased me too much. Those 2 look the most decent one for me right now, but I need a little bit more time, right? So I don't want to give any sort of suggestion, oh yeah, 100% get this one or something. No, every account is different at the end of the day. Another tip I can give you is tip number 4, 3, I don't know, is always go in here into the Arc City, go into the Garden Cafe, and this is not already activated, but here in the Garden Cafe, you have the opportunity of 2 things. You can either pick up 80 stamina just to refill whatever you have here, or what I did, for example, is I got myself an Ether Empty Powder, which is 20 less, it's 60, but it stacks up. It's basically another stem pack, which I like to have. Of course, I'm basically losing 20 stamina at the beginning, but I like to stack this up because I might go full, I might overcap on my stamina, right? So that's why I like to do that first. And then once you get here to access to the Nono shop and you have these tickets here, right, these policy points, what you want to buy with that is, I'm telling you right off the get-go, get the research notes, okay? Buy these research notes, as many as possible. You also need them for the growth guide. And once you, what you can do with these research notes is you can go here into the research facility, and with that here, you can actually upgrade certain things. And here, as you can see, advanced policy management, increase maximum number of policies, and this is what you can upgrade. So there we go, another upgrade which I just completed, because here you also have the policy office, which I don't have any active right now, but this helps for your character growth and rewards you're getting here. So always do that stuff and always choose policies which your characters. Don't forget also, when you go in here, there are certain characters to spend your, I have no clue the name what it is, but make sure to spend these tickets here you get free every single day. Go spend them because it helps with the affinity. And I personally am not a biggest fan of this kind of system, but it is what it is. And you want to increase that because you unlock extra stats and you get gems as well. And there are also in the growth guide, you need to reach certain levels with your character. Another tip I have, tip number 5, is do not play too hastily. Do not waste your resources without thinking about it. I know at the very beginning of a game, they throw a lot of resources at you every single time. And especially if you didn't play the beta or something, or it's now your first time actually playing the game, and so on, right? You have no understanding of the value of certain items in the game. What do I mean by that? As you know, you're getting these Universal Tactical Certificate, Combatant Promotion Material. When promoting a combatant, missing manuals can be supplemented and used. It can contain all the war history, blah, 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 blah. So this is an item. I have 76 from them, and then the same for the supports. So what does that mean? So if I go, for example, to a combatant, one of my characters, so let's say Casus, and I want to upgrade him, and I could potentially upgrade him here, and here this is the thing. So I can convert 15 from my Universal Tactical certificates to these blue upgrade items, and this way I can get my Casus easier to level 30. But you see that and you're like, oh, let me do that, right? But actually, this is where I have to stop you right here. You don't necessarily want to do it because these are universal items, and as you can see here, when we go in and upgrade, this is a blue item while ours is a legendary orange item, right? So if we look at our storage again, or in case my storage, for example, there are these two items. Save them right now. You don't lose out by not using them right now, okay? Rather go the other way, go to a dungeon, farm the material, then upgrade your character or your partner, right? The weapon or the gear, whatever, however you want to call it, right? Get them up this way. But be stingy with these type of resources because you don't know how many you get, and you might need them later down the line when you need the higher rarity stuff, okay? Could be the case that I'm talking bullshit here and you will get a lot of them and like, yeah, what are you talking, just use it, they throw it, you get so much of it, it doesn't really matter. That is a different story, but as I tell you right now, there's nothing bad about it, not doing it right now. Same goes with the potential disc. Potential disc is the potential material, which I told you about the leveling. Save that stuff up. Save that, and if you need it later down the line, use it later down the line. Now, a perfect indicator for certain things is this is also in combination with that tip is if you go to the shop, just take a look at the shop and see what they are trying to sell. Look, because it's always a good thing checking out what the packs are, not necessarily to buy anything, but to get an understanding of what they're trying to sell you, okay? Because if you see what they're trying to sell you, this way you can also get a feeling of what is scarce in this game, okay? What they want you to buy, what they think you want to have, right? Here is a good example. Here, Combatant Promotion Kit. What do they give you? Universal Tactical. Here you can actually buy 40 of them. You get 60 premium battle memories, which is to level up your characters, and you get the gold, right? The units, the money of the game, right? So here, they're trying to sell you this pack, okay? Here, and then another pack. So here's the stamina pack. That's another thing. They always do that. So this is a way where you can actually check, okay, what are they trying to sell you? And that is why you actually also get an understanding of, okay, which resource is valuable, okay? So don't throw out your valuable resources too hastily. And now my last tip, bonus tip, number 6, I think at this point in time, have fun. Enjoy playing the game. Play at your own pace. There is nothing to lose about just playing at your own pace, right? Because at the end of the day, this is not a race, PvE game. There is no PvP. Even if you don't play for a day or two, for example, you don't miss out on anything. Don't let FOMO get you. because you legitimately do not miss out on anything, because you don't fall behind in this game. You cannot fall behind at this game because there is no PvP, there's no one to compete. Yeah, there might be a leaderboard at some point, but who cares about leaderboard in PvE games in the first place, right? I mean, in PvP, there's a different story. And I tell you that as a pure PvP player with REROLL Restart, really doesn't play much of these PvE style games. But that is why I'm telling you, especially in these games, there is no rush. Play at your own pace, think about what you want to do, play whatever character you like. I know a lot of people be like, oh, what is the best build, what is the best teams? I will come to that. I need to test myself a little bit further to give you my honest, because I just don't want to look up at teams and something and tell you, oh, this and that. No. I want to test the stuff, I want to see stuff in action. I would just want to give you the best experience in the game, and I'm enjoying myself. The teams I currently enjoy myself so far, I have 2 teams. The one you're seeing right now, which is Kali, Mei-Yin, and Mika. And my second team is Haru, Cassius, and Mika as well. And I sometimes replace just Cassius for Kali as well. I really enjoy them. They're really good. They're very solid units, all of them. I want to test also Veronica. This is just to summarize my tips for you to improve in this game. I hope this was helpful, guys. And as always, if you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below. I really appreciate it. And see you with the next one. Deuces.